Hey, welcome to the Who You Know Job Networking Show,
That's
where
what
what
it
you
is.
know is important, but
Who you know.
He said
Make all the difference in
who
your job
you know
search.
is what it's all about.
who you know can make all the difference in your job search. We are here today with a very, very special guest. We've got the VIP, Casey Hasten, in the house. How you doing, Casey?
I am
Casey.
so good, and I'm so glad to be back in person with you guys.
Yeah.
I think the Zoom a couple of weeks ago was fun, but it's so much better when we're all together. The
I
energy
know,
just
right?
rises.
That's right.
Yeah, this is like number 3 in reality, though, isn't it?
I think it's 4.
Is it 4?
Yeah.
Hey,
in
we
real.
got to keep this up.
Yeah.
We're in 4K is what we are. Super excited that you're here with us. We've got a lot of great content to get to, but before we do all of that, let's go to the audience. Let's see, who do we got with us today? Guys, what I would like for you to do is go ahead and chime in. Put a hashtag in for what you're searching for. So if it's IT, put hashtag IT, project management, QA, whatever it is that you do, put it in the comments section so we can hear from you. And also tell us where you're tuning in from, because we get people from all over the country.
All over other countries, too.
Yeah, all over other countries as well. So please let us know where you're tuning in from. Super important, so we can give you a shout out. Oh, also, hiring managers, recruiters, companies, we want to hear from you too. So if you're hiring right now, or maybe you're just a career coach and you're supporting the network, give us a shout out in the comments. We'd love to hear from you as well.
One of the things I want to point out or ask of the audience is your extended network outside of the DFW area, which most of you are here in this local region. But if you have friends, family, network that is abroad, around the country, we know that, look, 39 million people, new jobless claims, right? So tag them in this show. Make sure that they see that there are resources out there.
Yeah, tag people, guys. You can tag companies. Like maybe there's a company that you're wanting to work for, right? Wouldn't you think it'd be important if you could tag them in the comments section and invite them to the show? Tag the companies, tag the recruiters, tag job seekers, anybody that you think can benefit from this show, tag them in the comments. So let's give some shout outs. We got an amazing audience.
Shout outs.
All right, so we got Fanny Dunnigan, of course. Fanny, we love you. Michael, good to see you here with us. And Dolores, how are you?
Patty Bashi. She's out in Phoenix, y'all.
Yeah, we've got
Patty, I've
Chandra.
known you a long time now, golly.
Chandra joining in from Dallas, Texas. Good to have you, Chandra. Louise, Cody, Tony Virilli. Always good to see you, Tony.
Hey, Tony.
Oh, hi,
Tony's
Tony.
always in with us. And we can't forget our hype lady.
Oh, the hype
Meg
lady.
Rose.
Guys,
Meg Rose.
can we talk about that
MRQ.
just one quick second? So let's give a shout out to Meg Rose, because she is our hype lady. She's going to be in the comments getting you guys stirred up, making sure that you guys are like doing what we're telling you to do.
And I think she just sent me a text. So, Meg, I'll get to
That's
it in a
right.
minute.
And with this new scenery, this new format, we're not able to, I guess, engage as much during the live show. So Meg Rose is going to help us there.
Yeah.
Because last week I got chastised. Trevor actually yelled at me because I was in my phone like this.
You
So
can't just be
I'm
like on
always
your phone all
fine.
the time. You know
it's
what I'm
not
saying?
radio anymore. It's live.
Yeah.
Video.
Yeah,
a
what
little
are
different.
we? Y'all help us designate what it is. Tell me something.
So make sure that you connect with Meg Rose. She is awesome. She is the hype lady. And you need to make sure that you connect with her, because she is the spirit of who you know. So very important. Hey, guys, one of the things that we always like to do is bless our audience with a prayer. So, Mark, will you do us the honors today?
Yep, absolutely. My pleasure. Please bow with me. Dear Heavenly Father, thank you for the blessings of today, especially for today, and just the newness that it brings, just the outlook and perspective that we can have. I know it's easy to get discouraged and just feel downtrodden in the job search, especially during this time in the pandemic. Things seem to have slowed down. Maybe they're picking up a little, but we just want to be an encouragement and just put it out there that absolutely you are not alone, that we are here, that you are there, watching over us and giving us what we need. Maybe not always what we want, but definitely what we need. Watch over everyone, help keep them safe. Please bless this conversation. Hopefully it's impactful and it can make a difference in somebody's day to day moving forward. Thank you for all you do. And again, in your name, amen.
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 Can we get an amen on LinkedIn? Put some hands on LinkedIn for that prayer, that word. Thanks, Mark. We've got a lot to be thankful for. There are a lot of people that are still landings. Mark, you had mentioned a landing the other day.
Yeah, want to put a big shout out there for our good buddy Jared Kincaid.
Hey.
A lot of you guys know Jared. He's been plugged into the network for a little while.
Hands on LinkedIn
Yep.
for
Hands
Jared
on deck for
Kincaid.
Jared.
Woo!
Yeah. So, congrats to you, Jared. We also got word, and I don't know if it's totally official yet, but she has a start date. So, you know, I'll just put it out there, Laura Bates, right?
Hey.
So.
Oh yeah, Laura. You
Congratulations,
didn't
Laura.
tell me nothing. Laura, come on.
So again, not official. We don't want to jinx anything,
Right.
but you know.
No, we're making it official today.
official.
We're calling it.
Yes.
We're calling it
Speak it into
reality.
existence.
Call
it
it
is
in.
official today.
It is. It
Right.
is.
On the
it
Who You
is.
Know show.
Yep.
It just happened. That
That's
just
right.
went down.
Yeah. So had a good conversation with her today.
Yeah.
And just she was wanted to uplift her, so that's why I
Yes.
called and she let me know.
Nice.
Very cool. Very good lady. Very, very knowledgeable in the HR field.
So I've got another very special congratulations. This one, literally, I got a video the other day of a testimonial from a job seeker who came through our summit, and it literally just almost very close. I didn't quite do it, but it very close brought me to tears. So anyway,
Oh, wow.
It's
You know you
impactful.
teared up.
A little bit. I got a little choked up, just a little bit, Foster.
Had something in your eye.
A little bit, little bit in my eye there. Holden, can you play the testimonial for Clay Timmons?
Oh yeah.
Hi, Clay Timmons here. I wanted to share my story of how Who You Know helped me land a job. I was laid off when the pandemic affected the economy, and I thought I knew lots of tips of finding a job. Had an interview, went really well, thought I would get the job, and a day later I got the no thank you call. Then I attended the Career Transition Summit and got a few new tips that really helped and energized me. And one of those tips was to use the short bomb videos to get attention. So the next time I landed an interview, I put together a short video and sent that. I got on the Zoom video, and one of the first questions I asked the interviewer was, "Have you seen my video?" And he said no, which I already knew because of the tracking that bomb videos provide you. I could tell no one had watched it. So he actually clicked on it right then and there and watched it, and he said wow, and he was impressed. The interview went well, and then I could tell other people had watched the video, including the CEO of the company, I later found out. So the interview progressed to a second interview, and now I have an offer letter. I think that video really made me stand out. There were over 111 applicants for this job. And that one little tip, I think, really made me stand out and gave me the edge that I helped to land a job. I'm so thankful to Who You Know for sharing all their wisdom and tips on getting a job.
Man, that's great.
Isn't that awesome?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Clay,
I think I'm
way
going
to
to
go.
cry.
Yeah.
No.
I know. It's
Guys,
not pretty when I cry.
big, huge, special round of applause for Clay Timmons.
Woo!
Clay.
All right,
Yes.
Clay. Hey, Clay, Chris Chun out in the Big Island in Hawaii says congratulations.
Yes. Hey, actually, guys, we're going to start a new little theme here. So we want to do hands on LinkedIn, but also, you know, you can, with your little emoji, you can pull out your phone. Let's get some donuts. Can we get some donut emojis out there?
Donut?
Donut.
Yeah, because, you know, that's the...
Why is that?
Because we want people to share their stories just like Clay did, okay? Your story is uplifting to a lot of people of how it's actually happening.
Mm-hmm.
So there's a theme here in Dallas, and what we do is when you land a job, you bring donuts to the group.
Celebrate.
Yep, you celebrate, you bring donuts. If it is a contract, you bring donut holes.
Because
It's
it's not a whole job.
not a whole job.
Oh, you South Lake people, I can hear y'all right now.
So can we see some donut emojis on LinkedIn? That's
Yeah,
what I'm
share
trying to
those
find.
donuts.
Yeah,
I'm
they're-
You know
looking
they've
for a
got a
donut.
donut
I
with
don't even
bacon
know how
on
to
it. Now
do a
share one of
donut
those with
emoji.
me. I want to see that.
I can't find a donut.
You can't find
I
that?
Look,
can't find a
everybody's
donut
doing
online.
donut emojis right now. Okay, Mark?
Okay, all right.
You're behind the times,
I
bro.
am.
Hope,
saying.
hey, Hope, Mingita, I see your donuts. You
Yeah.
got chocolate on top of it.
So again, guys, very special congratulations. What I would like for you to do is just tag Clay. If he's not watching, he needs to see that he just got a shout out here. We're super, super happy for you. Couldn't be any more happy. Thank you for sharing that story. And guys, when you land, we want to hear your story too. Okay, it's encouraging. It tells people how this thing is actually happening. Like, did it fall out of the sky, or was it strategic? Was it follow-up? Was it, you tailored your resume? Like, what is actually happening? How did it happen for you? And we need to hear your story because that helps us to help more people.
Yeah.
Well, and other people who are able to hear your testimonial,
Yep.
they may be doing the same things and being discouraged, right?
100%.
At
yeah.
what they're doing. And if they're able to hear that somebody has success and how they're doing it, just what a great impact that you'll have there.
Have you guys noticed something? All of you guys, I know you job seekers see the job postings all the time. Have you guys noticed the percentage of job postings that are remote now, that are increasing? Now, it's not for all of us, but the majority of us guys will be happy to work from home. It's a different thing. You have to practice and plan differently when you're working from home, but there's a lot of flexibility with that.
As long as the kids can go back to school.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. That is awesome. So again, congrats, Clay. And let's talk about some events. Of course, we've got the Who You Know Summit, where we taught Clay how to use the BombBomb platform to get noticed in his testimonial, right? Guys, come through that. It's every Monday from 1 to 3.
1 to 3.
And you can check out my profile and find the information. It is on my profile. So just go to my profile after the show, and you can register for that summit. Yeah, we still have a few spots available for next week. So
Make sure you also follow the Who You Know page on
Yeah.
LinkedIn, right? A lot of
Yeah.
information is coming through to the network there. And then you can also request to join the Who You Know group on LinkedIn. It is a private group, but there are a lot of resources shared in that group. So you definitely want to be part of those discussions.
Jobs, resources, people that you guys might want to connect with. And you know what? It's still, for the next probably 5 weeks, we're still having the Frisco Career Transition Workshop online on Zoom. You have to register for it, guys. You will see. I will be sharing on LinkedIn and through a lot of the Yahoo groups the information so that you guys can register to join that. It is at 3 o'clock every Tuesday. Moving forward, we just had Jeff Morris was our speaker on networking this last Tuesday. Now we're going to have Locke Alderson coming up this coming Tuesday. So you guys chime in, and there's so much information around Dallas. This is overload. Your eyes go. Did you get that?
yeah, there are a ton of resources, and you can go to Jeff Morris's
Yeah.
site, career,
Oh,
dfw.org.
Yes.
It'll have a whole calendar view of all the different resources that you can
Yes.
plug into in DFW and across the country. So highly recommend that.
What other events? you have going on?
It's got all the events. Just
It
go
does.
to careerdfw.org.
It's Graham Central
No, I mean,
Station.
do we have any more that we're highlighting?
Well, actually, Career Launch.
Yep.
Career Launch,
So
yes.
Career Launch is a big old career fair online, okay? And I'm actually going to be co-hosting on that event. And then, so it'll be Tuesday and Wednesday of next week. And I'll be co-hosting, and then on Wednesday, our show will actually be part of the Career Launch as kind of like their grand finale at the end.
Yeah.
So very, very cool. Make sure you connect with, they have a page on LinkedIn, right?
They do, but you can go to careerlaunch2020.com is
Yes.
where you'll find all the information. I think they have the speaker lineup and
Oh yeah, there's an agenda speaker
Yeah.
lineup because it's 2 days straight. Like
Yep.
it's a live stream for 2 days, and it's gonna be a very, very cool event. So we're excited
There
about
is.
that.
one other thing about that I think is so interesting is that they're allowing recruiters like myself who are speaking to post links to the jobs that we do have available, because believe it or not, we do have some available right now.
Oh, yeah.
And then we're doing virtual interviews immediately during the career launch.
Wow.
Yeah, so,
Virtual interview.
Right then and there.
Yep.
Come ready.
yep, so definitely get connected with us on LinkedIn.
This is a different environment, right? This is not your normal career fair type of environment. Like it's pretty cool because you're going to learn best practices as we're interviewing. You know,
Yep.
Casey, I'm going to be interviewing you again, right? And so we're going to learn a lot of best practices from subject matter experts, but also gives you access to the jobs and access to the interviews, and it's access is the key word there.
Access.
Yeah.
Access, right?
I want you guys to do something. Just think about this now. Now, job seekers everywhere, not just the United States, believe it or not. There's a lot of people in China and Africa and, oh my God, all over the place. The information that we share here at the Who You Know Job Networking Show is good foundational stuff for job search. Casey and I are recruiters. We talk stuff all the time. But you know what? The very thing that we use here, you can use in China. You can use in the UK. Some of you guys on the Search For You website, we have some jobs that are posted in China and the UK. You guys might want to take a contract, bring us donut holes. But if you take a contract abroad, look at that. That's kind of fun stuff. Some of you guys can do that.
Why donut holes?
Because it's not a whole job, y'all.
Wow.
That's wild.
All right, so I'm going to go into the tip of the week, and then we'll just get right into this.
Yeah,
We're going to
dive
get the
in.
meat and potatoes
Water's
with
warm.
Casey Hasten in
Meat
the
and
house.
taters.
All right, so tip of the week, guys. I did a poll on LinkedIn. First of all, LinkedIn has a new feature called polls. Did you know that?
Yeah, they had advertised.
Yeah, very
for
new
that,
feature,
yeah.
very, very cool. And so I did a poll. I wanted to know, what people felt was the most important skill to learn and to master during their job search, right? And so here was the question. What are the most important skills that you should master in your job search? I put resume. Should you master the resume? Professional networking, interviewing, or follow-up? What's the most important skill? 11% said resume.
That was the highest?
That's interesting.
Nope.
Okay.
11% said resume. 64% said professional networking, who you know,
I
right?
knew it. I've been trying to tell y'all for a while now.
64%. 19% said interviewing.
Okay. Healthy chunk.
The lowest on the totem pole, this
Yeah.
is what shocked me, was follow-up. 6% for
Oh,
follow-up.
wow.
Okay? Now, I want to tell you something. Who you know is important. Very, very important. This is going to help you to open that door. But I want to really make this point. Follow-up, guys.
It's
Money.
important.
The money is in the follow-up. Have
It
you ever
really
heard
is.
that saying before? Follow-up is key. And so it shocked me when I saw 6% follow-up. That blew my mind. There are some tools out there. We learned about a new one on the HR group today.
At the HR group today.
Trello.
Trello.
Trello, whatever.
Trello.
Look it
Y'all
up.
know how Trevor is with
Google it.
Cholo?
Trello.
Google it.
Thank you, Patty, for telling us about Trello, you guys.
Yep. Bomb. We teach that in our summit.
The bomb.
Excel. Just use Excel, but have a
Excel.
follow-up process, guys. You need to have some form, some system. Don't just wing this thing, because otherwise you're letting a lot of
Make it
opportunities
unique.
slip through the cracks.
Well, that's a good point.
Make it unique.
Yeah, definitely. But I know we've had other tips to talk about, tracking, right? And some people aren't tracking.
No?
That's what
You're
Trello's
not,
there. Yeah.
you're not running it like work, like a business. And so how can you follow up? How do you know who to follow up with if you're not even tracking what you're doing?
A lot of tools nowadays give you analytics.
Yeah.
Okay? A lot of tools do. Now, most of those tools are going to cost a little bit of money. Okay? But here's what I want to say about that. Invest in yourself. If you can, we understand the career transition's a financial transition.
Yes.
We get that. If you can, if you have the resources, I highly encourage that you spend a little time, a little money into some tools that can actually give you the cutting edge and set you apart, and just like Clay, really help you to win, because his strategy that you heard, the testimonial, it was follow-up. It was follow-up. And he's saying, this is what helped me land. This is what set me apart. So anyways, I was shocked when I saw.
And he's not the only one. Look at some of the stories that we've shared during the time that we've been doing the radio show. Not from here, but before. Pre's Power Studio. And guys, let me tell you something. This is just recruiting stuff. And Casey, if Casey goes, no, then you don't listen to what I'm telling you. But guys,
He was going to say, don't listen to me.
no, y'all listen to Casey. I look at all this gray hair. Okay, never mind. I don't have much anymore, do I? So, guys, if a company calls you, a major company calls you, and it could be 4 or 5 months later, and they're interested in you. Casey, I see you applied for this job. Oh my God, we're ready to move with you. If Casey goes, who are you guys?
Who are you?
So you tell me, what precedence does that set?
Says I wasn't real excited about that search, that I was just hitting quick apply, quick apply, quick apply.
Yes.
That's it. Apply, 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 apply,
Yep.
apply. Yep.
Yep.
Okay, guys, let's do this. Let's go to the audience real quick. Let's give a couple more shout outs here. We've got Gail James, Terry Ford, Vivian. I can't say your last name, Vivian. I'm so sorry. Huh? Frericks.
If that's her. My phone stopped working.
Yeah, it's Frericks. It's Frericks.
Bridget Moreau is with us.
So thank you so much for being with us. One of the things that we'd like to do is go to a real quick job seeker commercial break. Okay.
Oh,
Yeah, a job seeker commercial break. Holden, can you play the video for Monique Gibson, please?
Oh, Monique.
Hello, my name is Monique Gibson, and I'm an HR professional in the DFW area. I combine more than 10 years of experience along with a JD and MBA to provide HR solutions to companies. I am a military veteran. I served in Germany as well as on special assignment at the Pentagon. I also am a girls basketball coach. I absolutely love helping people to reach their potential. I thrived in the military because it was very performance driven, and my work ethic and being a key contributor was rewarded. I bring that same work ethic and standard of excellence to corporate America. I am looking to join an organization that values a positive work environment. I bring my heart to everything that I do. I'm very passionate. I'm organized. I look forward to hearing about opportunities with your organization. Thank you.
Said she is, guys. I endorse Monique.
Yeah, Monique is the
She is.
bomb.com.
She's the bomb.com.
For sure. So, guys, a new theme, right? We're going to be promoting these videos as you guys create them. We're going to be featuring them as we go through on the Who You Know show, because there's some very, very special people out there.
Yeah.
And sometimes it can just be a matter of visibility, getting that word out there. So, guys, tag Monique Gibson in the comments section. Let her know that she was just featured. A lot of times, I'm not even telling people. I'm just doing it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They may not even know.
Surprise!
Tag her.
Yeah.
For sure. And the one thing I will tell you about Monique too, guys, if you know a resource for her and can help her now that you've seen her video, make sure to connect with her, and likewise with each other here in the comments. So as you guys are commenting, if you're not connected with somebody, make sure that you connect to the network through this feed.
And you can catch a lot of these videos. We're also featuring them on the Who You Know Job Networking Show page on LinkedIn. So make sure you're following the page. And that's where companies, if you want to go see some really good talent, guys, we're only featuring the best of the best. So
The best of the best.
make sure you go to the Who You Know Job Networking Show page on LinkedIn.
That reminds me of something, and I know you're going to Casey, but IT, you guys that are listening to me in IT right now, connect with Shelly Casino. She's with Odyssey Information Systems, guys, and she is real. You always ask me, Foster, who are the good recruiters out there? Connect with Shelly. Talk to her if you get a chance to. Whether she does or doesn't have something that is calling your name right now, it's okay. You want to know who the good people to connect with? There it is. Shelly Casino.
Boom. Love it.
You already dropped your mic.
Did I drop it?
You
you
get
already
one?
get it.
You already used
that.
your mic drop.
I got to get it.
You're down to 2.
So we've
more.
got the very special, the VIP, queen of VIP over here in the house.
We are.
We are VIP.
We are VIP.
We got Casey Hasten in the house. I want to be extremely respectful of your time, because I know you have your own podcast.
Yes.
That you're gonna like leave us here. in a minute.
Yeah.
It's like right up after this,
right,
right?
Yeah.
Yep.
right around
Yeah.
the corner. So I want to be very respectful of your time, and I want to make sure I can squeeze out as much value out of this time that we have. Tell us real quickly, what's the most creative way that you've seen someone follow up?
Probably I'm gonna have to go with the bomb.
The bomb.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's
The bomb.
definitely
Bomb.
been probably the most creative way that I've seen somebody follow up.
Okay.
Yeah.
Using the video
it
to
is.
get somebody's attention.
Yep.
All right. So
It is.
she was just gonna say that because we're on the show and all that. But that's cool.
No,
What
that's
about
the
the worst
truth.
experience following up? What's the worst thing you've ever seen?
Somebody that calls back to back to back to back to back, and either they won't leave a message, they just like power dial you, and that's like, to me, that's psycho. That's not
It
good.
is psycho.
And just
Shame on y'all.
Yeah, don't do that. That's not nice.
Doing that.
Call, leave one message, give them 24 hours at least to respond because people are busy, you know. And that's one of the expectations that I set up with my candidates when I'm meeting with them is that if you call and leave me a message, I will call you back within 24 hours.
Yeah.
Which, in other words, I'm not saying don't call me again, but kind of am. Because I know you called and I will call you back.
Well,
I've made you that promise.
We had that. I can't remember where I saw that, what feed, but I think you were there too. But calling, right? That's one of the most, right? The worst thing. Excuse me, not the worst thing that you can do is calls. Maybe that was in the last show or even on the summit that we had was calls, right? Don't call the recruiter, right?
See, I
Send a
disagree.
message.
For me,
do
but
too.
I set
I
up
do.
that expectation in the beginning. Some people do like the email, some people do like the LinkedIn messaging, but there is so much noise in my email and in my LinkedIn messaging that it is, but I check my voicemail every time I go back to my desk. And so that's really, if you want my attention, the best way. But I set that up, that expectation in the very beginning so that you know that. And
Well, that actually brings up a good point, which is there is no right or wrong way, right? Because everybody's different. Probably some people are the same way. They don't probably check their messages as much, but they're more responsive somewhere else. So you have to do it all.
Guys,
You have to do it
it's
all.
about getting the attention. You said it.
Yep.
People are busy,
Yep.
right? And so how do you get their attention? And there's a lot of different ways to communicate today. You've got text message, phone call, instant message, LinkedIn, bomb emails, regular emails. You know, heck, you're live commenting in right now.
Right.
There's a lot of different ways to communicate, and the key is to find out how they prefer to be contacted.
Good point.
Right.
Exactly.
That's exactly right.
And because for me,
Good
I'll give you a
point.
perfect example. Like, I'm a millennial. I'm 32 years old.
Me too.
All right. I do not respond well, and Mark knows this, with text message.
Yeah.
I'm not good with text message. And a lot of people would be like, huh? You're a millennial, 32, you're going to text? No, I'm really good with email. If you want to get a hold of me, get to my email,
Yeah, he is.
not my text message. Why? And voicemail, I'm bad with voicemail too. I'll get back to you like in a couple days or whatever on a voicemail.
Don't stereotype us, y'all.
Whatever they prefer.
Whatever is their
Right.
preferred
Ask
method.
them, guys. Ask them when
Yeah.
you're
Doesn't-
having that
doesn't hurt to
communication with them. Ask them.
Just ax.
Ask.
Right.
Just
Well,
ax.
and that's another thing is that, you know, a lot of people, they're I don't know, call it scared, timid, too shy. They don't want to ask, right?
Yeah, I know a couple.
Maybe it's just the confrontation, right, aspect of it. But look, you don't ask, you don't get.
That's it.
All you have to say is, how would you like for me to follow up with you?
Yeah.
That's
What's
it.
your preferred method? Yeah, 100%.
It doesn't
And
give
then
them an option to say don't follow up.
Yeah, because to me, like
Easy.
text messages, again, text is not good for me. Email's great. You're going to get a response just like that. If it's a text message, you may get a response literally in a couple of days from me.
Yeah,
And see,
I can.
and it's
yeah, I
opposite
can attest
for
to that.
me, and I'm
Yeah.
supposed to be the one. I'm the baby boomer. I'm the one that's not supposed to be in this text. I'm on that text.
He's on the text.
I'm on the text, and you know that's the disparity. Right
Isn't that
there.
funny? But everybody's
Yeah.
different. So
Yep.
figure out what's their preferred method. Okay, so I like that. Don't blow people up with the call.
Well, and here's one other thing I want to say about that because I've
Yeah.
had this happen a lot. Don't call me, then text me, then email me within 5 minutes. Pick one.
Take one. Yeah, good point.
Choose.
I've done that. I did that yesterday.
Yeah.
Yep, I'm guilty.
You just did that to someone?
Yeah, but my messages aren't getting through, so I wanted to make sure that for some
Sometimes
reason,
they
if
can
it's
look-
getting lost.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sometimes it can look desperate, you guys, and you may
Yeah.
be a pretty good candidate for the role, but that desperation does you more damage than you know.
Yep.
People are busy.
Talk about this all the time, don't we, Foster?
We do.
People are busy, and so you don't come off desperate. People are busy, and we'll get back to you. It may take a couple days, but we'll get back.
Yeah.
All right. Tell me, first of all, why you started the We Are VIP podcast. What is your why?
My
Casey
why.
Hasten, what is your why?
My
Yeah,
why
I hear
is
that.
I love to give value first. I want to give value. I want to build those relationships. I want to help people find jobs. And I firmly believe that if I give value first, the money will follow. It has to. It can't help but follow. So I give value first, and that's the entire, and I'm very fortunate that I work for a company that is so forward thinking that they were open, number one, to even hearing about the idea, and then number two, saying, hey, we want to do this with you. and sponsoring the podcast. And so I get the opportunity to bring some really amazing thought leaders, people that have been in the business for a while that can teach you how to do things. You guys have been on the show because I love what you do. I'm very, very supportive of you guys because I think that you have a passion for what you do, your why. And my why is I've been blessed to meet so many neat people that I want to get their information out to as many people as possible.
Yeah,
And
share
you do that. She is who you know. Okay.
Oh, yeah.
So Casey, every time I turn around, she's like, "Hey, do you know such and such?" And I'm like, "Nope."
Yep. You guys need to talk
I
just
need to-
today.
And then next thing you know, I get an email, bloop,
Yep.
and it's connecting the two of us, and I'm like,
We're sitting here
People
waiting
like
for
Casey
we're
and
sitting
I
here
get
waiting for the show to
jazzed up
wait.
to do that.
Yeah, we're sitting here waiting for the show to start. She's like, "Oh, you guys need to talk to Scott. I'm going to connect you with Scott."
"Yep."
Yeah, Scott Ferguson, by the way. He's awesome. He's awesome.
Well, tell us about VIP, right? For those of you that don't know, Casey's been on the show
Yeah.
a few times, but we've got a lot of new audience members here with us. Tell us about VIP and what do you do and who the heck is Casey Hasten?
Well, VIP is a recruiting agency, and we specialize in the accounting, audit, finance, and tax sectors. We do contract, we do direct hire, which is where I live. We do our solutions, which are your longer-term projects, and interestingly enough, on the show, we've brought each of those segments onto the show, not to sell, but to explain what we do, because I'm really not sure what solutions does other than long-term projects. So
Yeah.
I know what contract does, so we can help you there too. But we're really growing by leaps and bounds, and I think that is because, we've had a couple of new people start during the pandemic, and I was talking to one of them earlier, and I was like, "How are you liking it here?" And he goes, "This is unlike any recruiting shop I've ever worked in. We pretty much just get to run our own desk. They want us to build these relationships first, and it's just not as transactional. It's truly about building those long-term relationships so that we can serve our clients and our candidates for many years to come." So
I'm noticing a trend with that. There's a few, not many, but there's a few out here in DFW that I'm aware of, recruiting agencies that are just all about relationship, and they're the ones that come here on this show. There's another shop out here, High Profile Staffing. They do great as well. They're all about,
yeah, Bronwyn.
Oh, yeah.
they're all about
Bronwyn.
building relationships.
Love Bronwyn.
And these recruiters are standout people. Just really good. You mentioned the pandemic, so here's another great question I have for you. What should a job seeker be prepared to answer in their interviews about COVID? What are some questions that, if you were them, how would you prepare them for their interviews about COVID?
So I am not really seeing a lot of questions coming from the interviewers to the candidates, but what I am encouraging candidates to do is ask in reverse. How is your company handling this situation? How are you taking care of your employees? How are you onboarding new people? How are you, managing in this crisis? How many people have you laid off? Have you reduced salaries? Have you furloughed? What are you doing? Because here's the theme that I'm hearing from people right now that still have jobs. They're like, I didn't really know what my company stood for until the pandemic hit. And it can be very, very good, or it can be very, very bad. But the very bad ones are like, the high-level CFO and all them, they didn't get 50% of their salary cut. And that speaks volumes to me, and this is not a company I want to work for.
Oh, I agree with that.
So that's where I would encourage the job seekers to ask those kind of questions.
Yeah. A lot of us are sick of corporate tactics, and we want to work for some companies that actually make us think that they care about what's going on. Those questions, guys, will make a determination of whether you want to work for that company. What are you getting yourself into? We talked about it. Trevor was with us in HR this morning. We talked about that.
Yeah.
I have a question for you, Casey. Where have you seen, since the pandemic has happened, more people are working from home that are still working, but the industries that you serve, the clients that you serve, where are the needs shifting to? Is it still, just a broad base of talent, accounting, finance, financial services, things like that you're filling positions for, or how has that shifted?
So the positions that I'm seeing that are still available are going to be those positions that typically take advantage of the recession-proof times, like your alcoholic beverage distribution places. They're not suffering.
Right.
Private equity.
Private equity firms.
They're out investing right
they
now.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
So they're doing really well. What's another one that's still hiring? A lot of your essential services,
Sure.
So they're still hiring.
Supply chain logistics.
Yes. So a lot of those are still doing really well. But I will tell you, you know, we are not anywhere near where we normally are with job wrecks right now. So, and I just keep telling people, just be patient. I do believe it's going to open back up as the economy opens back up, but I think we're going to see a very different landscape than what we see today.
Do you have a lot of clients that had recs to fill and they're just on hold?
Correct.
Okay, so they're still out there. It's just kind of waiting right now.
It is, and it's kind of, you know, we're not sure. Like one of my clients that I'm thinking of in particular, they're in the retail space, and we had been working on a pretty high level role for them prior to the shutdown. And when I touched base with them when we came back, because we're back in the office, I don't know if y'all are or not, but we are.
Yeah.
But they said that they're probably not going to hire until first quarter now.
Okay.
So I think that's really, once we get past all this time when everybody's like not tiptoeing anymore, but actually stepping their foot outside to go be a part of society again, I think that's when we're going to see those jobs come back.
We gotta break the fear first.
Yes.
Yeah. Well, and that, you know, just tells me that, and maybe you can, you know, agree or refute this, that I think it's wise for people during this time, during this unique pandemic, that the new normal is you're just going to have to maybe expand your search, right?
Yeah.
Maybe expand your skill set. So.
Absolutely. And I think a lot of people are finding that they want to do that.
Yeah.
There has been a lot of pivots during this time for people just because they're like, why was I doing that again? That's not where my heart is, you know?
Yeah.
I think the whole country, well, the whole world for that matter, just got shook up, okay? And a lot of people that were unhappy now get an opportunity to reinvent themselves.
Yep.
Okay, because there were some old stats, okay, that really don't apply anymore, but they were 70% of Americans were unhappy with what they did. All right, well, guess what? Now those 70%, I mean, let's use this as opportunity, guys, to reinvent ourselves, to get happy. We only got one life to live, okay, and we can't live that life in fear, and we can't. And I'm going to tell you right now, fear. I talk about this all the time. Fear is the enemy's way of holding you back from who you're called to be. Fear is actually the opposite of faith. Okay. We talked about the Bible says fear not 365 times in the Bible.
365 times.
Right? Fear is the opposite of faith. Now, I'm not saying don't be careful, don't be cautious, but don't be afraid. Have faith.
Drop it.
Like that?
Boom.
Get that one.
Boom.
Boom.
There it is.
Yep. You know, I think that in your transition, if you are looking at new opportunities, and this is a question for you too, Casey, is you need to be developing yourself, right? How favorable do your clients look on people that are continuing in their education, getting new certifications? I mean, do they look for that?
Absolutely. And now with the job market, you know, we went from being a candidate market where, you know, the candidates could pick and choose where they went to work to being in the employer market, just like that.
Yep.
And so I think that, you know, companies that might have said, for my industry, it's the CPA, might have said CPA preferred before, now required. And they can do that.
They can do it.
So any certifications that you can go out there and get any improvement, now's the time.
So what you're saying is the purple squirrel just got purpler?
Yes.
He
Purpler.
He puts a
Purpler.
polka
That's a new
dots
word.
on his tail.
Hey, for those of you that don't know what the heck a purple squirrel is, you're like, what? So, because a lot of it's funny, I talk about the purple squirrel, people are like, what is
that?
Yeah.
Yeah. The purple squirrel is when these companies, they have all the requirements on the job description, and it's like,
And they won't bend.
is that a human being?
Right.
Like, does that person even exist?
They're hard to find. Sometimes they don't even exist.
Right, and yeah, and the hiring manager won't bend on certain
Yeah.
things, and they call that the purple squirrel.
Yeah.
And
It flies past a unicorn.
Yeah, unicorn's over.
Flying purple squirrel.
but you know what that comes down to? It stems down to supply and demand.
Yep.
Right.
Okay, and right now, the supply is,
It does.
you know,
Well, and that's a great point, because if you are in a competitive environment like we are right now, ultra competitive. Think about all of those people who are now newly unemployed and are looking. Now you're in competition with a bunch of people who were working. They were successful,
Uh-huh.
and due to no fault of their own, they were laid off. And so that number has just skyrocketed. Like SpaceX has taken off today.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Missed the
Did it
launch.
get
Gone
you?
to the moon.
Yeah.
Yep.
Did it get you? They were
to.
I was watching the news this morning. They
I
were
think it was
saying
about 10 minutes
the weather
ago.
or something, maybe not. And
Yeah, I think it was 333 was the
They were
number.
loaded
Tell us
up.
on LinkedIn, guys. We'd love to hear.
Y'all,
Did
did they
the
take off?
spaceship take off today? Tell us in the comments. Or did the weather
Are we
blow it
going
up?
to the moon today?
But professional development, continuing education, additional certifications, those are all ways that you can further distinguish yourself, right?
And I just want to say this, anytime, not just during a pandemic.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
You know,
Anytime.
professional development, you should always be learning, always
Good
be
point.
learning.
It was challenging, guys, even before the pandemic. And then the pandemic hit. All of a sudden, I'm hearing numbers like 30 million, something, 33 million. That's crazy.
Guys, if you are in a good program and you're going through that program right now, share it. Share in the comments. Other people in your industry could use that information. So.
All right, so I know I got you for like 2 more minutes.
Yes.
So, she looked at her watch.
I saw Marissa come by looking for me. So.
Yeah. So, okay, what do you contribute to more of your success? What you know? We were just talking about professional development, or who you know?
Duh. It's almost like a trick
We're in
question.
Texas.
Who you know? I mean, when I started networking and you know, and I'm pretty kind of new to this networking thing, believe it or not, but when I started networking, that's when I started having success. And it's not because I go to you and I say, what can you do for me, Trevor? It's because I go to you and I say, what can I do for you?
That's
And when you do that, you will be successful.
And if I remember correctly, guys, Casey shared with us that she was a desk accountant at one time for a long time, right?
20 years.
20 boomers.
That's a lot of beans.
Wow.
See, I told you guys, recruiting is a wonderful, wonderful career. We're not bad people.
No, I just, you know, and the fact is, if you find a good recruiter, like the job father here,
Oh, Lord.
this person can change your life. That's what happened to me. I found a good recruiter and she recognized, she didn't say, okay, you've done this kind of accounting, so I can place you here and make this much money. No, she saw the human factor and she said, you don't even like accounting, Casey. Why are you still doing this?
Wow.
And I was like, losing her commission, right, that she could have made off me. And she said, you know, you have such, you know, an energy, you work well with people. Have you ever thought about recruiting? I'm like, I don't know anything about recruiting. She's like, I'll teach you. And she did. And I tell everybody all the time, if you find your passion, you'll never work a day in your life. So,
That is true. That is true.
yep.
Think about in your life the people who has helped to shape you into who you are today, right? So, Foster, man, I appreciate you, man. I love you. Really.
Good or bad. Could be a negative experience.
Well,
It
Foster
can
was
be.
bad. Don't-
Well, yeah, right. But somebody
I
who
don't
really
always
came
tell
down
guys
on
what
you,
wanna hear.
Yeah.
right, helped shape you
Yep.
and mold you, made you.
Shout
who you
out to Foster Williams. Shout out
Thank
to
you.
Brian Craig.
are. Yeah,
okay.
B. Craig.
Brian Craig. Guys, I want you to do this real quick. While you're watching online and while you have that person in your mind, think about the people that have helped to shape you into who you are today. Let's not think of the negative ones. Let's think of the
Space
positive ones.
launch canceled.
Oh, space launch was canceled.
Oh, it was canceled?
Oh,
Yes,
oh
like
you
that.
guys, the space launch was canceled.
Oh, man.
I know you're short
I
on
was
time.
almost
Okay,
there. Don't
okay,
cut me off.
Okay.
Tag those people in the comments.
Tag 'em.
Tag the people that have helped shape you in a positive way. Forget the negatives for just a second. The positive people, tag them in the comments. Let them know how much you appreciate them, how much you love them.
Right.
And tag them. Show some appreciation in the comments. We'd love to see
Absolutely.
that. Now you can go.
Casey has
Okay.
been one of those people.
Aww.
Let me tell you, I mean, thank you. We want to give you a shout out and get your information out there, tell people how to connect with you. But as far as the relationship piece, think about this. If you guys are working with a recruiter like Casey, you need to have that relationship because you might find yourself in a search a year, two, how many down the line, and you have a go-to person then. So, great
Absolutely.
point.
Yeah,
How
build
should-
that relationship for
Yes,
sure.
definitely. You want a recruiter who's interested in that relationship too.
Yep.
How
How
do you
should
do
they-
that? You know, you're talking to Casey, and you're all excited because, Kay, you guys are talking about something. You're making some traction, right? Ask Casey what she needs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Trevor
What do you
has
need,
said
Casey?
that.
What do I need?
What could I do for Casey Hasten on this show?
You know what?
What?
You have already done something for me today.
What did I do?
You made an introduction that you had no idea how perfect it was to Tyra Bremer.
Oh, okay. Yep.
Oh,
So
yeah.
Yep.
I meant to say thank you to that. And Tyra, I cannot wait to get to know you better. And thank you for all the connections today.
Yeah.
That is
Shout out to Tyra if you're watching. Shout out.
Hey, Tyra.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's awesome. It's all about connecting people. But what else could I do for you? I just want to hook Casey up because you're always hooking me up.
All
Wait.
these people, they're going to connect with you on LinkedIn. How calls? You want them?
They
maybe not
can
calls?
call me or they can connect with me on LinkedIn. Just say, hey, saw you on the Who You Know. That way I'll be sure to respond because I do get a lot of LinkedIns. But for sure, just connect with me. Probably in this case, it's better to connect with me on LinkedIn first, and let's set up a time using my Calendly, just
There you
so
go.
that I
Boom,
can make
Calendly.
sure that I
Your
talk
what?
to everybody.
Your what?
Huh?
Calendly.
Your Calendly?
Yeah.
Oh.
That was
Forgot-
hard
I
for
forgot
me
we
to say
teach
that
that.
word in the beginning.
In our summit.
Such a lifesaver.
Guys,
Such a
there's some
lifesaver.
technology out there. Like your what? Say it again one more time.
Calendly.
Your Calendly.
And there's so many things that you can integrate into that Calendly. Like if you need to accept credit cards, you can do that through Calendly.
Yeah. It's just a great tool.
It's fabulous.
You know what, you job seekers? You guys are part of the largest job seeker network known around. Now, that's a lot of power. When you go to a Casey Hasten and you say, Casey, can I help you? And she says, I need you guys know a whole lot of people. You're connected. Look at your LinkedIn's.
Yep.
Look at what you can do to help Casey. And you know what? Casey will get that moxie to want to help Trevor more because Trevor helps.
Yep.
It's a synergy kind of thing,
And I can tell you, I don't work with very many candidates at a time because I do want to give them my attention. It's that whole relationship-based approach. But when I do work with a candidate, I get to know them very, very well. And
Yes, she does.
And then when I get to know you well, I am your champion to the company. You want me to be your champion.
You do.
So
I can attest to that because, I'm not trying to get a job from her, but she's like a champion for us.
For us.
Yeah.
Right?
She is.
And
Oh, yeah.
when you get Casey on your side,
Oh man, things are happening.
doors are opening.
Things are
y'all
happening.
are
Doors
sweet.
open.
Real
Y'all are
talk.
sweet.
Real talk. Doors are opening, and this is the person
That's
that you
just
want on your
people's
side.
stuff. She didn't take a class to learn how to do that. That's just Casey.
It is. I don't think I've met another person with as much of that spirit as you. Seriously.
Well, thank
I'm
you.
not kidding. Every time I turn around, she's like, hey, have you met this person? You need to meet this person, and I'm going to connect you with that person. I'm like,
Sometimes I think I'm annoying.
no, I love it.
know
I'm
I
like,
am.
It's great.
I've
No,
got
it's-
to a point where I know you now to that point, and I'm like, no, I don't know. She's going to connect me.
People are asking me if I know Casey Hasten now, and I'm like, of course.
Are you serious?
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
That is crazy. That is crazy. All right, guys, I am.
I know
gonna
you got to
you.
go.
I have a guest waiting, so
Casey gotta go to work.
so much.
yeah, I
Thank
gotta
you,
go
Casey.
do my real job.
Guys, don't go
Yeah.
anywhere.
Don't go anywhere. We're staying.
We're staying. She's going. We're staying.
Love you guys. Thank you so much for having me back on the
Thanks,
show. I always love
Casey.
being here with
Great
you
to
guys.
see you.
Yeah.
Set my mic over there.
Yep, definitely. Thank you.
Thanks, Case. All right.
Yep.
Don't
Bye.
trip.
I like that chair.
Hey,
That's a
make sure you,
Casey
turn
chair.
Foster,
the
you
mic off.
want to sit in the pink
I'll
chair?
sit in the pink
Foster?
chair.
Foster's gonna sit in the pink
Oh,
chair.
Listen. Don't even, I'm going to sit in the pink chair, but don't even think about it.
It's the job father. You need the pink chair.
Yeah, he needs a big armrest like this. Like
He dropped his mic though. I think.
I got my mic.
Yeah, there you go.
he did take that picture.
Casey, I can't do the chair like you did, though.
There you go. He did take that picture, guys. We took new pictures, new headshots last week after we did the show, and Foster's got some job father photos coming out
Here,
here.
Foster, make sure you get clipped up here, man. Let me clip you up.
Clip me up.
Let me clip you up here so that.
All right, guys. While they're clipping up, bye, Casey. While they're clipping Foster back up and getting him mic'd up, we want again to hear what you are looking for. Comment in the comments what you're looking for or who you're looking for.
Brother?
If there's somebody that you need to tag that you want to have them see this show or know that you are trying to get in touch with them or get connected with them, tag them here in the comments.
Yeah, make sure you do that. And Holden, can you play another commercial for us? Can you play very special guest with us, Ken Lehman?
Ken Lehman. Hey, Ken, I got something going I got to tell you about.
He's gonna play
This is my very first LinkedIn video. Hello, I'm Ken Lehman, an IT and operations leader. I help companies launch or mature new business lines, new service offerings, or new locations. I can turn problems into productivity or chaos into cash. I'm trying to expand my LinkedIn network and get more active. So if you could, tag someone below that you think I should be connected with. Thank you.
All right,
Great
all right.
job, Ken.
Great job, Ken Lehman. Round of applause. And guys, make sure you tag him if he's not watching. I want to make sure that he knows he was featured on the Who You Know show. Again, you can catch a list of these job seeker commercials on our page. Okay, so go to LinkedIn and type in Who You Know Job Networking Show, and you'll find that there's a company page. You can follow it. So companies, if you're looking for great talent like Ken, go check him out, right? We stand up for him. We vouch for him. He's a good guy. You need to go check him out. And make sure you guys, when you start seeing these commercials, you're going to see them, okay? Start commenting, liking, and then sharing, and that's going to help make sure that these break through the noise of LinkedIn and that they get seen by more and more people and more companies.
You know, talking about LinkedIn and us being here on LinkedIn just brought up a thought. I was just, I have TikTok on my phone. Again, I'm a Gen X, so I don't really get on it, and I don't post anything on TikTok.
But you get it.
But I got it. And I saw a TikTok post, actually, and this young lady was talking about how she got an interview at every single company that she had on her target list. And she went through in this TikTok video to show how she did that on LinkedIn, and she was using the filters in the search. So I think that there's a lot of people out there that aren't fully taking advantage of the search. And we talked about this in the workshop on Monday, how to use that. And really what it boiled down to is she went into the search and she targeted the companies, she targeted individuals through that search then to reach out and have a conversation. That is a game of numbers, unfortunately, unless you have a referral partner who can refer you into somebody there. She had a conversation with those people, informational interviews, and just was bold, asked if they knew somebody that she should or could talk to that would make a difference in her search. And she got an interview, she said, with every single company that she had on her target list by doing that.
Wow.
So, yeah, definitely. I think that that's something that people need to do is make sure that you understand and know how to use LinkedIn.
Yeah, 100%. There's some great tools, great features. There's a lot of things that people don't realize that they can do with LinkedIn, and that's okay. You just need to learn the tool, learn how to use it, go to some of these workshops. And we're always getting introduced to new people that have new secrets, new tricks, new tips. Speaking of, if you guys know anyone out there that you think would be a good fit for the Who You Know show, that you think is bringing cut-of-the-edge strategies to how to land a job today, we would love to hear from them. You can tag them, and we'd love to invite them onto the show. If there's someone in particular that you think, you know what, they would be a good fit for this show, bring them on so we can give them a microphone, you know what I mean?
Absolutely.
If they're helping job seekers, if they're helping us get it done, guys, in the right way.
Yep, that's what it's all about. All right, let's give some quick shout-outs here before we got to roll. We got Lisa Lowry.
Oh, we got Lisa Lowry with us?
Oh, yeah. Mark Lushington Murray.
Hey, Mark.
Mark, you got to take me for a ride in that cool car, man.
Oh, he's got that Camaro, doesn't he?
I'm a cool car dude, yes.
Oh, we got Anna in the house.
Anna,
what's going on? Good to see you here with us.
We got Tanya Council.
Hey,
Tanya Council. Hey, Tanya Council. How's it going? How is
Arkansas doing? Is the Pettigene working?
Tanya's with Lennox, folks. Guys, if you are looking at Lennox International, she's a great connection at Lennox International.
Yeah,
HR.
Lennox got a great company over there, and they got a lot of positions and they're trying to fill. And we've got some people like Tanya Council who we call this our Trojan horse. Okay, these folks are inside the company. Okay, ready to hand your resume up, ready. Because they've been through this. They know what it's like.
Paying it forward.
And you know how many people that we have, the job seeker alumni who have come through our program over and over, and now they're back to work, and they're ready to help you, okay? So I'd connect with Tanya. She's a great connection to have.
Yeah, she is. Guys, you know what? If you were with us maybe about 8-9 months ago, half of the Linux talent acquisition was on the show with us. You guys remember that?
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah. Great people.
They
There's two
reached out.
Tanyas. Tanya Council, and then there's another
And
Tanya.
then there's another Tanya.
In the
Mark, you were laughing. You had a comment here.
Fanny commented. She said, "Mark, do a TikTok thing."
Do a TikTok
Ain't
dance?
gonna happen.
Do
Ain't
it.
gonna happen, Fanny.
Do it.
No.
Fanny, you put my boy on blast.
Do it.
No way. There's no way. I can't. I don't know. I don't know no TikTok dance.
But he's got it. He knows what it is.
And I don't have the music either.
Wow.
Oh, yeah, you don't have the music.
Here, I'm going to bring this up here because you know what's funny is the comments on LinkedIn are most up to date on PC versus.
Right. I don't get the feed following through here.
Yeah. Well, I see the comments. They're just real, like you have to go in and out. LinkedIn, if you're hearing me right now, I want you to do an update on the app because when you look at the comments, you have to go in and out on the video feed
Fix
to get
that
Yeah.
bug. Bugs.
It stopped altogether on my phone. I had to put it aside.
Yeah, your comments on your live is a little lackluster. Just saying.
I know you
We
guys
love
working
LinkedIn
on
though.
it.
We love LinkedIn. They're thebomb.com.
Yeah.
They're improving.
Oh, yeah.
Improving. Guys, here's another feature that's coming out. It's not here yet. It's a new feature on LinkedIn called LinkedIn Stories.
Oh,
So,
yeah.
Just like Instagram, just like Facebook Stories, there's a new feature called LinkedIn Stories.
Stories.
They are piloting that overseas. It'll be here very soon. But I want you to start thinking about how can you use that tool, okay? Because it's not here yet, right? But once it gets here, you better be ready to launch with that thing. Because I'm going to tell you, that's a phenomenal way to get attention and to humanize your job search,
Right.
okay? To bring that human element in. That's what the Stories feature is all about. It's the everyday, it's as I'm getting coffee or as I'm applying for a job or whatever. It's the everyday little nuggets that happen along. You're going to take little selfies and little videos and stuff like that. And you're thinking, oh man, come on. They're
Be
making
like Facebook stories or
That's it.
Yeah.
Right? You're thinking, oh
Yeah,
man,
the water
they're
cooler.
making LinkedIn like Instagram.
Yeah.
No. If you do it in a professional way, okay, we're not going to want to see you drinking and at the pool and stuff like that. Right? That's not professional. You leave that for Instagram,
Right. Right. Facebook.
Facebook.
And a little bit of Facebook.
A little bit of that. But what I'm saying is the Stories feature is your everyday life. It's the behind the scenes. It's the man, I just applied for this position. Oh, I'm tailoring my resume. Oh, I just got rejected. Right?
What's your career about?
I just got rejected. Guys, what does that do? When people see that, they feel empathy, right? And empathy is a powerful tool. When they feel empathy, there was a guy that did something very similar. It wasn't on LinkedIn Stories, but what he did was he took videos of walking in and handing his resume and getting shut down, right? He would walk in and he would get shut down, and it was like really cold and storming and all this kind of stuff. And he did it behind the scenes of his journey. And people saw those videos of him getting shut down over and over and over. They felt empathy for him and they hired him.
Yeah.
Seriously.
We are just people.
But it humanized him.
Yeah.
Right? So I want you guys to be thinking of some ways that you can use LinkedIn Stories when it becomes available. I know that some people are going to get really creative with that. And think outside the box for a second. There's no one way to do the job search. Right? Be creative. Step outside the box. Be different. Show these companies who you are.
And that's a good point. When these stories come out, brainstorm. You're going to have to put some thought to it, but find a way to differentiate yourself by using that.
Yeah.
Use it because LinkedIn will reward you when you use
yeah.
a new feature. When they come out with a new feature and it's still kind of beta, they reward you.
Yeah, those algorithms.
Yep, the algorithm's going to say, oh, this person's using that feature. Let's kind of show them a little bit more.
Some of us, you guys, I want you guys to keep up with some of the innovations that we're talking about. It's not new. So here, let's put it in rewind a little bit. Some of you guys, including me, remember when LinkedIn wasn't around and how we faced LinkedIn. What did we think about LinkedIn when it first showed up? Flash forward 20, 25 years now, we got no choice.
What
we
did you
got
think? I'm curious. Look,
When it first came out,
a lot of the things, because what 90% of who we serve are baby boomers and Gen Xers, me and Mark. And you know what? We didn't know what to think of LinkedIn. We're like, oh, this technology is going. Now we gotta have LinkedIn. Some of the things that we're talking about right now, we're gonna gotta have them in 5 years.
Mm-hmm.
It's exponentially moving. What took maybe 20 years might only take 5 now.
People fear change.
Yes.
They fear what they don't know. And so to your point, what you said 25 years ago or whatever, people didn't know LinkedIn. And when it first came out, they were like, what is this? Anything new, anytime there's change, there's always reluctance. There's always fear. But stop with that. Start embracing some of this stuff, right?
We got to, guys. We don't have a choice.
Go out on a limb.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, I got a question for you. Is what you're doing right now working? If it's not working, it's time to switch it up. Einstein said the definition of insanity is doing the same thing over and over and over and expecting a different result. So if what you're doing right now isn't working, it may be a time for a change.
And that's not to say stop doing what you were doing.
No, that's true.
Change it, enhance it.
Yep.
Add to it. Add to it. Yep.
And there are enough enhancers out there. Oh my God, I could be enhanced all kind of ways. Guys, enhance that thing.
Wow. All right. I think we're going to get kicked out of here. Holden's like shutting the show down. Guys, that is our show. It's all about who ya know. And some shout outs on the way out. Fanny Dunnigan, Lisa Lavender, Belin Kasa, how are you? Everybody, we love you guys. See you later.
Lisa Lowry, we love you.
We'll see you next week.
Bye-bye.
Bye.